The political landscape was rocked today after President Joe Biden was caught in a hot mic moment that has already become one of the most controversial statements of his presidency. During a speech in Philadelphia, Biden was reportedly overheard calling Donald Trump the biggest liar in U.S. history. The comment, which was not meant to be public, has set off a firestorm of reactions across the political spectrum. The incident occurred at a union rally where Biden was delivering remarks on economic progress under his administration. The president had just concluded a fiery critique of Trump-era policies when, as he turned away from the microphone, he muttered, "The biggest liar in U.S. history. That's what he is." While the remark was barely audible to the live audience, microphones captured the moment, and within minutes, the clip was circulating online. News outlets were quick to amplify the story, with headlines ranging from "Biden goes nuclear on Trump" to "Hot mic blunder sparks political firestorm." The White House has yet to issue an official statement addressing the incident, but insiders suggest that Biden's team is scrambling to contain the fallout. The president was speaking off the cuff, one source close to the administration said. It's not unusual for leaders to express frustration, but this wasn't meant to be public. The reaction from Trump was immediate and predictably explosive. Taking to his social media platform, the former president fired back, calling Biden weak, desperate, and totally out of control. In a series of posts, Trump accused Biden of slandering him and claimed the hot mic moment was evidence of Biden's mental unfitness for office. Republican lawmakers quickly jumped to Trump's defense, with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy calling Biden's comment beneath the dignity of the presidency. "This is yet another example of Biden's divisive rhetoric," McCarthy said during a press conference. "The American people deserve better." Democrats, however, have largely rallied around Biden, framing his remark as a blunt truth rather than a gaffe. "He's not wrong," said one progressive congresswoman. "Trump has a long history of lying to the American people, and President Biden simply said what we've all been thinking." The incident has also reignited tensions between Trump and Biden supporters on social media. Hashtags like #BidenHotMic and #TrumpBiggestLiar quickly began trending, with users on both sides passionately debating the implications of Biden's comment. Conservative media outlets have been quick to condemn Biden's remark, accusing him of breaking his promise to unify the country. "So much for healing America," one commentator quipped on a primetime segment. Biden's hot mic moment proves he's more interested in attacking his predecessor than fixing the problems he created. Liberal outlets, however, have taken a different tone, defending Biden's words as a justified critique of Trump's record. "Let's be honest," said one progressive host. "Trump's lies are well documented, from his claims about the 2020 election to his handling of COVID-19. Biden just called it like it is." The hot mic moment has also sparked a broader conversation about political rhetoric and civility in American politics. Critics argue that Biden's comment undermines his message of unity, while supporters contend that calling out dishonesty is essential to restoring trust in government. Polls taken in the immediate aftermath of the incident reveal a sharp partisan divide. While Democrats overwhelmingly support Biden's comment, calling it truthful and refreshing, Republicans view it as unpresidential and divisive. Among independents, opinions are more mixed, with some praising Biden's honesty and others criticizing the lack of decorum. The timing of the hot mic moment is particularly significant, as it comes during a week when both Biden and Trump have been ramping up their 2024 campaign efforts. For Biden, the incident risks overshadowing his planned message of economic recovery and progress. For Trump, it provides fresh ammunition to attack his successor. Political analysts are divided on the potential impact of the remark. Some believe it will energize Biden's base, reinforcing his image as a president willing to stand up to Trump. Others worry it could alienate moderate voters who are tired of partisan attacks. The incident has also become a talking point for late-night comedians, with hosts joking about Biden's bluntness and speculating on what other unfiltered thoughts he might have shared. While some viewers find the humor refreshing, others argue that it trivializes a serious moment. In Washington, the hot mic moment has sparked intense debate among lawmakers. Progressive Democrats have praised Biden for speaking his mind, while more cautious members of the party are urging him to tone down the rhetoric. "We need to focus on the issues," said one moderate Democrat. "Comments like this can be a distraction." Republicans, meanwhile, are seizing the opportunity to portray Biden as unfit for office. "This is what happens when you elect someone who isn't up to the job," one GOP senator said. "He's more focused on attacking Trump than addressing the crisis at the border, the rising cost of living, and crime in our cities." As the story continues to dominate headlines, some are questioning the broader implications of the incident. Does Biden's hot mic moment reflect genuine frustration with Trump, or was it a calculated risk to energize his base? And how will it impact the already contentious relationship between the two leaders? For now, Biden appears to be sticking to his schedule, avoiding questions about the incident while continuing his public appearances. At a recent event, the president emphasized the importance of moving forward, saying, "We've got too much work to do to get bogged down in the past." Trump, however, shows no signs of letting the issue go. In a fiery rally held shortly after the hot mic moment went viral, the former president called Biden the most corrupt and incompetent president in American history, drawing loud cheers from his supporters. As the fallout unfolds, one thing is clear. Biden's hot mic moment has added a new layer of drama to an already heated political landscape. Whether it becomes a defining moment of his presidency or a brief blip in the news cycle remains to be seen. For voters, the incident serves as a reminder of the high stakes in the ongoing battle between Biden and Trump. With the 2024 election on the horizon, every word, gesture, and hot mic moment will be scrutinized like never before. Stay tuned as the story develops, because in the ever-changing world of American politics, the drama is far from over. This hot mic moment has only added fuel to the fire, ensuring that the Biden-Trump rivalry will remain front and center for months to come. The aftermath of President Biden's hot mic moment continues to ripple through Washington, creating a political storm that shows no signs of abating. As media outlets replay the clip on a loop, analysts are dissecting every aspect of the remark, from its tone to its timing. The phrase "biggest liar in U.S. history" has already cemented itself as one of the most controversial soundbites of Biden's presidency. Within the White House, there is reportedly a split among advisors on how to handle the incident. Some believe Biden should lean into the remark, using it as an opportunity to draw a stark contrast between his administration and Trump's. Others argue for a more conciliatory approach, suggesting that Biden clarify or walk back the comment to avoid alienating moderate voters. The Democratic National Committee has also been thrown into crisis mode. Party strategists are debating whether to capitalize on the remark as a rallying cry or to distance themselves from it to avoid further inflaming tensions. This could be a double-edged sword, one DNC insider admitted. It's energizing our base, but it's also giving Republicans fresh ammunition. Progressives within the Democratic Party are praising Biden's candor, framing the hot mic moment as a rare instance of a politician speaking the unvarnished truth. "For once, we're not sugarcoating things," said one prominent progressive lawmaker. "Trump's lies have done immeasurable harm to this country, and it's about time someone called him out." Republicans, meanwhile, have seized on the incident as proof that Biden is unfit to lead. "This was no accident," said one GOP senator during a press conference. Biden's comment reflects the deep animosity and division that he has brought to the presidency. The senator went on to accuse Biden of breaking his promise to unify the country. Trump's campaign has already turned the hot mic moment into a fundraising tool. Within hours of the incident, emails were sent to supporters accusing Biden of unprovoked attacks and urging donations to fight back against the lies and slander. The email campaign reportedly raised millions in just 24 hours, highlighting the enduring loyalty of Trump's base. Social media remains a battleground, with the hashtags #BidenHotMic and #BiggestLiar trending across platforms. Memes, videos, and heated debates have flooded timelines, with users on both sides passionately defending or condemning Biden's remark. One viral tweet read, "Joe Biden just said what we've all been thinking for years. Trump is the biggest liar in U.S. history. Fight me." Late-night comedians have also weighed in, turning the hot mic moment into a punchline. While some jokes have been lighthearted, others have taken a more biting tone, poking fun at both Biden's bluntness and Trump's history of controversial statements. The humor, however, has not been well received by everyone, with some critics accusing comedians of trivializing a serious political moment. The incident has sparked renewed debate about civility in politics. While some argue that Biden's comment was a necessary truth-telling moment, others believe it represents a further erosion of decorum in American political discourse. If even the president can't rise above name-calling, what hope is there for the rest of us? One editorial opined. Polls conducted in the wake of the hot mic moment reveal a deeply divided electorate. Among Democrats, Biden's approval rating saw a slight uptick, with many voters viewing the comment as a show of strength. However, Republicans and independents were far less forgiving, with some citing the incident as evidence of Biden's inability to lead with grace. The timing of the remark has also raised eyebrows, coming as both Biden and Trump ramp up their preparations for the 2024 presidential race. Some analysts speculate that the hot mic moment was no accident but rather a calculated move to energize Biden's base and frame the upcoming election as a battle for truth and democracy. For Trump, the comment provides a new opportunity to energize his supporters and paint himself as a victim of political persecution. At a rally held shortly after the incident, Trump mocked Biden's remark, calling it desperate and pathetic. "He knows he's losing," Trump told the crowd. "That's why he's lashing out." Democrats have largely rallied around Biden, but not without some reservations. Moderate members of the party are concerned that the remark could alienate swing voters in key battleground states. "We need to win over independents, not push them away," said one Democratic strategist. This kind of rhetoric may play well with the base, but it's risky in a general election. The incident has also reignited discussions about Trump's legacy. While Biden's remark was off the cuff, it has drawn attention to Trump's track record of making false statements, as documented by fact-checking organizations. Supporters of Biden argue that his comment, while blunt, highlights an important truth about the dangers of misinformation in politics. Republicans, however, have pushed back on this narrative, accusing Biden of hypocrisy. "If Biden wants to talk about lies, maybe he should look in the mirror," one GOP lawmaker said during a television interview. This administration has been anything but transparent. The hot mic moment has also become a focal point for conservative media, with commentators accusing Biden of being unpresidential and divisive. "This is not the leadership America needs," one host declared. "It's time for Biden to take responsibility for his own failures instead of blaming Trump." Internationally, the incident has drawn mixed reactions. While some foreign leaders and media outlets have praised Biden's candor, others have expressed concern about the growing polarization in U.S. politics. If the president and his predecessor are engaging in public name-calling, what does that say about the state of American democracy? One European diplomat asked. Back in Washington, lawmakers from both parties are grappling with how to respond. Progressive Democrats have used the incident to renew calls for accountability, pointing to Trump's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and his efforts to overturn the 2020 election as evidence of his dishonesty. Republicans, meanwhile, are using the moment to rally their base and attack Biden's leadership. The controversy has also overshadowed Biden's broader agenda, with reporters focusing on the hot mic moment instead of the policy announcements he had planned to highlight. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre faced a barrage of questions about the incident during a press briefing, repeatedly emphasizing that Biden remains focused on delivering results for the American people. As the fallout continues, some political analysts believe the hot mic moment could become a defining moment of Biden's presidency. This comment will either strengthen his image as a fighter for truth or reinforce the perception that he's too partisan, one analyst said. It all depends on how the administration handles the aftermath. For voters, the incident serves as a stark reminder of the stakes in the ongoing Biden-Trump rivalry. With the 2024 election looming, every word, gesture, and mistake will be magnified, shaping the narratives that define the race. The coming weeks will be critical for both Biden and Trump as they navigate the fallout. For Biden, the challenge will be to maintain his moral high ground while addressing concerns about his rhetoric. For Trump, the focus will be on using the incident to solidify his base and attack Biden's credibility. Ultimately, the hot mic moment is more than just a political gaffe. It's a reflection of the deep divisions and high stakes in American politics today. Whether it becomes a rallying cry for Biden supporters or a liability for his administration remains to be seen. Stay tuned as the story unfolds, because one thing is clear. This hot mic moment is far from over. As Biden and Trump continue to clash, the battle for the soul of America's democracy is only just beginning. The hot mic incident involving President Joe Biden has morphed into a full-blown political crisis, with every word of his off-the-cuff remark dissected by pundits, politicians, and the public alike. As both Biden and Trump navigate the fallout, the moment is proving to be a litmus test for the state of American democracy. In the days since the comment went viral, the White House has worked tirelessly to regain control of the narrative. Biden's advisors are reportedly divided on how to proceed. Some argue that the president should double down on his statement, using it as a rallying cry to energize the Democratic base. Others believe he should walk back the comment to preserve his image as a unifying leader. Biden himself has remained uncharacteristically tight-lipped, avoiding direct mention of the incident during his public appearances. However, in a recent event focused on healthcare, he made a veiled reference to the importance of honesty and integrity in leadership, a line many interpreted as a subtle jab at Trump. Meanwhile, Trump has seized the opportunity to amplify his attacks on Biden, framing the comment as evidence of the president's desperation. At a rally in Ohio, Trump told supporters, "Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing, and now he's lashing out. He knows I'm coming back, and he's terrified." Republican lawmakers have echoed Trump's rhetoric, using the hot mic moment as a springboard to criticize Biden's leadership. "This is just another example of how divisive and ineffective this administration has been," said Senator Josh Hawley. Instead of focusing on real issues, Biden is obsessed with attacking Trump. Conservative media outlets have dedicated hours of airtime to the incident, with commentators calling it a national embarrassment. One Fox News host declared, "If Biden can't control his temper or his tongue, how can he possibly control the country?" On the Democratic side, reactions have been more varied. While progressives have largely defended Biden's remark as truthful, some moderates worry that it could alienate swing voters. "We're already fighting an uphill battle in 2024, said one Democratic strategist. This kind of rhetoric doesn't help. The incident has also reignited debates about the role of civility in politics. Critics argue that Biden's remark represents a dangerous escalation in partisan attacks, while supporters contend that calling out dishonesty is a moral imperative. "Sometimes the truth isn't polite," said one Biden supporter on social media. "But it needs to be said." Social media platforms continue to be a battleground for opposing narratives. Hashtags like #BidenHotMic and #TruthHurts have trended for days, with users passionately debating the implications of the comment. Pro-Biden posts often include lists of Trump's false claims, while Trump supporters have shared clips of Biden's gaffe to question his fitness for office. The hot mic moment has also overshadowed Biden's legislative agenda, frustrating White House officials who were hoping to focus public attention on upcoming infrastructure and healthcare initiatives. "We've got real progress to talk about, but this is sucking all the oxygen out of the room," one staffer lamented. Trump's campaign, on the other hand, has capitalized on the incident, using it to rally supporters and raise funds. In a recent email blast, the campaign described Biden's comment as an unprovoked attack on the greatest president in American history and urged supporters to donate to fight back against Biden's lies. As the controversy continues to dominate headlines, political analysts are divided on its long-term impact. Some believe the incident will fade from public memory, eclipsed by future events. Others argue that it could become a defining moment in the Biden-Trump rivalry, shaping the narratives of the 2024 election. The incident has also sparked discussions about Biden's communication style. Known for his unscripted remarks and occasional gaffes, Biden has often been criticized for straying off message. However, his defenders argue that his authenticity is one of his greatest strengths. "Joe Biden speaks from the heart," said one Democratic lawmaker. "That's why people trust him." Trump's team, meanwhile, has used the incident to reinforce their narrative that Biden is unfit for office. "This is just another example of Biden's incompetence," said a senior Trump advisor. "He can't even manage a microphone, let alone a country." Internationally, the hot mic moment has drawn significant attention, with foreign media outlets highlighting it as a symbol of America's polarized political climate. In Europe, commentators have praised Biden's bluntness, while in other parts of the world, the incident has been viewed as a sign of deep divisions within the United States. The controversy has also sparked renewed interest in Trump's own history of hot mic moments and controversial remarks. Critics have pointed out the irony of Trump condemning Biden's comment, given his infamous Access Hollywood tape and other inflammatory statements during his presidency. Within the Republican Party, the incident has further energized Trump's loyal base, solidifying his status as the party's dominant figure. However, some GOP members worry that the focus on personal attacks could distract from broader policy goals. "We need to be talking about inflation and crime, not rehashing old rivalries," said one Republican congressman. For Democrats, the challenge now is to shift the narrative back to policy achievements. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre has repeatedly emphasized Biden's accomplishments during press briefings, though reporters continue to press her for details about the hot mic moment. As the controversy unfolds, both Biden and Trump are doubling down on their strategies. Biden's team is reportedly preparing a series of speeches aimed at framing the 2024 election as a battle for truth and democracy, while Trump's campaign is focusing on rallying his base with messages of defiance and resilience. The incident has also raised questions about the role of the media in amplifying political drama. Some critics argue that the relentless coverage of the hot mic moment has distracted from substantive issues, while others contend that it reflects the public's hunger for authenticity in a deeply polarized era. For voters, the incident serves as a stark reminder of the stakes in the upcoming election. With both Biden and Trump expected to run in 2024, The rivalry between the two leaders has become a symbol of America's political divide. "It's not just about two men," said one voter. "It's about the future of the country." The coming weeks will be critical for both Biden and Trump as they navigate the fallout from the incident. For Biden, the challenge will be to maintain his moral high ground while addressing concerns about his rhetoric. For Trump, the focus will be on using the controversy to energize his base and attack Biden's credibility. Ultimately, the hot mic moment is more than just a fleeting political controversy. It's a reflection of the deep divisions and high stakes in American politics today. Whether it becomes a rallying cry for Biden supporters or a liability for his administration remains to be seen. As the nation watches and waits for the next chapter in this unfolding drama, one thing is clear. The battle between Biden and Trump is far from over. The hot mic moment has only added fuel to the fire, ensuring that the rivalry will remain front and center in the political discourse for months to come. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. The Biden-Trump rivalry promises to be one of the most defining political sagas in modern American history, with every moment, gaffe, and comment shaping the narrative of the 2024 election and beyond.